I'm Allison Pickell with Coldwell Banker RPM Group, and
I'm Mandy Shelnut with Arvest Bank.
we're at an open house today in Jacksonville, but I just wanted to take the opportunity while we are alone to ask Mandy some questions about what she's hearing in the mortgage loan world that buyers need to hear.
Well, there are a lot of pieces of information that I could share, but the first one is that I would not recommend waiting for some massive change in rates. They are holding steady, and while you may see some slight fluctuations, there's nothing drastic on the horizon. And the cost of waiting could mean that you're paying more for the actual home itself in the long run.
And I see that as well, because prices of homes is not going down. Prices of homes are going up, if not staying the same, and I see them going up.
Another thing to consider after you do find the perfect home, once you have your arrangements made with your lender and you've discussed how you're making your down payment, you do not want to make any kind of large transaction into your account without discussing that with your loan officer first. It is much easier to document accordingly in the beginning than to try to have to play cleanup.
Yes, I actually had that happen in a transaction a year or two ago. One of my buyers was going to remove money from his 401k within the 30-day window before we were going to close, and that actually wasn't the route that he needed to take. So if he hadn't been in communication with his lender, it could have delayed closing or even made it where he couldn't close. So debt to income ratio and big swings of cash in and out of your account are important. So I always tell people, make sure you ask your lender before making big purchases, even with cash.
Absolutely.
So, and don't go buy appliances or
Do not get sucked
furniture,
in.
before you own the home, or you may not have a home to put it in.
Correct. And do not get sucked in by the credit card offers 0% interest for furniture or refrigerators, other things that you may want to purchase for the home. Do not have any new inquiries for credit. You can go ahead and do your utility deposits, and you can also go ahead and do homeowners insurance. In fact, we need you to do homeowners insurance.
Yes, we recommend that you do it in the first 10 days you're under contract, so that you can find out that your home is insurable at a reasonable rate and give that information to the lender for your mortgage payment ASAP.
The other thing that I would recommend that you pay attention to, a lot of people are very rate conscious, so you want to shop and you want to get the best deal, and that's absolutely something that you should do. However, you don't want to just solely be focused on the rate. You want to ask questions. What are the lender fees? What are the discount points for that rate? And just for example, just because you're getting say 6.875 with one lender, but you can get 6.625 with another lender, that the 6.625 may not necessarily be the best deal. It entirely depends on how much that rate cost you.
Well, and also, don't quit your job until you're closed. Don't change jobs until you're closed, because they do an employment verification 24 hours before closing, or sometimes even 24 hours after, I've heard recently. And if you quit your job, then you don't have a loan anymore. So
Yes, the bottom line is, before you make any kind of major change, please, please, please discuss that with your loan officer.
So hope this is helpful, and hope that you will get pre-qualified before you start looking. It's so important.